Big changes are coming to Austin in 2025, and they could affect your home value, commute, and where you choose to invest. From massive mixed-use communities to brand new city parks and transit lines, this is the Austin you didn't know was right around the corner. These projects aren't just flashy, they're real game changers. New developments can shift where people want to live, revitalize neighborhoods, and even significantly move home prices. If you're buying, selling, or in the market for rentals, knowing what's coming can give you a serious advantage. I'm Ryan Gomillion, your local agent with a pulse on Austin's growth. On this channel, I help buyers, sellers, and relocators make informed decisions based on what's actually happening here. Now, let's get into what's transforming our city in 2025 and beyond. Let's start with one of the most ambitious developments in all of Austin, EastVillage ATX. This is a $1 billion project going up in Northeast Austin off of Palmer Lane and right across from Samsung's massive campus. We're talking 425 acres of retail, office space, parks, and homes, basically an entire city within the city that draws a lot of influence from Mueller and the Domain. This development is already welcoming new businesses and is kicking off some of the events that will call EastVillage home. There's music every Saturday on the central lawn, and it was just announced that Shake Shack will be joining the retail offerings. What's interesting here is the ripple effect. This whole Northeast corridor, Dell, Samsung, Applied Materials, and tons of other tech and tech-adjacent firms is heating up fast. As EastVillage adds walkability, food spots, entertainment, and housing, we're going to see a sharp rise in homebuyer interest nearby. Pflugerville is continuing to develop in this area, and Manor is also making strides, further putting the northeast suburbs on the map for those relocating here. So if you're looking to get ahead of the curve, this is a zone worth watching, especially for new construction or resale opportunities just outside of the core. Next up, let's talk about Highland. If you haven't been over there in a while, this part of Central Austin is almost unrecognizable. What used to be Highland Mall is now home to Austin Community College's flagship campus, and around it we're seeing new residential buildings, co-working spaces, and access to the Metro Rail. It's becoming a transit-friendly, centrally located, and more affordable option compared to places like Mueller. While development has slowed down a little bit from the peak during and right after COVID, you can see the influence ACC has had and the draw to the area for students, young professionals, and families. There are some fantastic restaurant and entertainment options nearby, and downtown Austin, the Domain, Mueller, and other Austin hotspots are a short drive or transit ride away. For home buyers or investors looking for long-term appreciation, Highland is a strong contender. The area still feels undervalued given its location, and as more infrastructure rolls in, home prices won't stay where they are. Let's shift to East Austin, specifically the Colony Park redevelopment. This one doesn't always make headlines, but it's a big deal. It's a 208-acre city-backed project that'll include over 3,000 homes, a health clinic, retail space, a transit center, and even a library or other similar civic use building. The plan is to bring thoughtful growth to this area while maintaining long-term affordability. This area has been asking for and needing more development like this since the 1970s. After a long period of collecting feedback and ideas from the community, the city just broke ground on the project in April 2025. As this area continues to develop, and in particular, long overdue retail and healthcare services open here, keep it on your radar for renters and homeowners alike. This means more opportunity for first-time homebuyers, multi-generational households, and folks who want to own in Austin without being priced out. If you're looking for community-focused development with upside, Colony Park deserves a look. South Austin's got some momentum of its own, especially around the St. Elmo district. What used to be rows of warehouses and underused lots is now turning into a full-blown cultural hub. Penn's Mechanical just came in, Boys Sliders is expanding to a new location, splash pads and community parks are in the works, and even an on-site elementary school is planned. This is all joining the existing breweries, distilleries, fitness clubs, and businesses in the area. It's this blend of creative energy, family friendliness, and smart city planning that makes St. Elmo one of the most exciting areas in 2025. It's also refreshing to see an area revitalized without fully bulldozing it and starting over. And at only 4 miles south of downtown, this area offers an artsy escape from the central city without sacrificing location. If you're looking for a live, work, play lifestyle in South Austin, this is your place. Brand new waterfront living in Austin? It's more possible than you think. Just off of East Cesar Chavez, JLB Partners is converting an old lumberyard into a $100 million mixed-use community. Over 300 multifamily apartment units are planned, and construction is set to begin at the end of 2025 and estimated to finish by the end of 2027. This will be right on the water, at the corner of Cesar Chavez and Pleasant Valley, across the street from the Butler Hike and Bike Trail, and close to Luster Pearl and other bar and restaurant favorites. This project adds a whole new layer to the Southeast Austin market. You're close to downtown, right near Lady Bird Lake, and surrounded by restaurants and trails. Investors and homebuyers looking for long-term value and rare waterfront proximity should definitely keep an eye on this and what it will do to this area. You've probably heard about Project Connect and the I-35 expansion, but here's what's real in 2025. Austin's light rail project is finally making some headway after what has felt like forever. It won't be finished for years, but construction is estimated to begin on the first phases in 2027. Austin Transit Partnership has just opened up the contracting and design solicitation for different contractors to bid for the multi-billion-dollar project. Areas near those future rail lines, they are already becoming more competitive. Meanwhile, just in case you haven't noticed if you're a local, I-35 is getting a major overhaul, adding underground lanes and capping parts of the highways to create acres of green space downtown. With how vital I-35 is for Austin and connecting Texas overall, this will make travel through the city more enjoyable when it wraps up. The Austin City Council recently committed over $100 million to the Cap and Stitch project, creating decks over the highway to eventually support parks and community spaces. The plan is to turn the city's biggest divide into something that connects communities. If you're buying real estate in 2025, proximity to public transit or the future green spaces could give you a serious leg up. It's also important to keep in mind how construction will impact your home over the next decade. On the healthcare front, Ascension Seton is opening a new $320 million women's hospital in the medical center off of 38th Street. It's focused on maternity care and women's health and is part of a growing trend of hyper-specialized healthcare centers in Austin. It's expected to have room for 7,500 to 8,500 babies to be born a year and a much bigger neonatal intensive care unit. This will ease up the labor and delivery rooms at Ascension Seton Medical Center that hit capacity weekly. Over in Northwest Austin, the former Apple campus near Riata Vista is rumored to be rezoned for mixed-use development. Nothing is official yet, but if that moves forward, we could see an entirely new residential and commercial pocket form in the tech corridor. The whole city is developing and redeveloping in exciting ways, and in ways that can positively impact the surrounding real estate market. Let's round things out with lifestyle. In 2025, Google is opening its first physical store in the domain. Pflugerville is getting a new Tumble 22, and Swedish Hill is expanding with a new downtown and South Austin presence. This stuff matters because it signals where spending and walkability are growing and where property values often follow. So whether you're buying a home or just keeping an eye on future hotspots, these are things to watch. Retail and restaurant expansions like these signal where development is expected to grow, and it also signals great real estate upside. So what do you think? Which of these projects are you most excited about? Do you think they'll help or hurt the Austin market? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear your take. If this video gave you an edge on what's coming in Austin, hit like and subscribe for more market insights. Planning to buy, sell, or invest? Send me a message. I've helped buyers find hidden value in emerging pockets all over the city. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.